Hey guys, my name's Harrison with the Keep It Outdoors YouTube channel. On this channel, not only do we want to show you us hunting, us fishing, the adventures that we do, enjoying God's great outdoors, but a big part of it for at least me is I get to help feed myself and my family with what I love doing. And today we have one of my favorite cuts of meat that you can get as far as wild game goes, which is venison backstrap. Okay, I took this whitetail last year. It's been sitting in the fridge for a little while, or sitting in the freezer for a little while. I've thawed it out, took a few days, put it in the fridge, let it thaw out. At the same time, I was making beef ribs out on my smoker. I got a new smoker, so I was testing it out. Beef ribs are an easy thing to make and not screw up. So I took and cut the fat off and rendered it down for beef tallow, which is what's in here. I know it's a jalapeno jar, but that's what it is. It's beef tallow. And the problem with venison backstraps is they tend to dry out. It's a very lean cut of meat. It's not, venison's very, very lean, and the backstrap is the most lean part. So they have a tendency, if you grill them, which is my favorite way to do them, they can dry out. So when you grind deer, right, you mix in beef fat, and that makes it, well, number one, juicier, it has a better taste, and they hold together. Well, my thought is, what's the harm in injecting beef tallow into your back straps and then grilling it? So I have heated back up this beef tallow. I've got some salmon jerky I'm trying out in the smoker right now, so I just set this in there and let it warm up. And then we're going to inject these, and I'm going to lay them out to where I'm going to have one that's a control, and then I'm going to have one that's a little bit injected, and then more and more injected. And we're going to season them and put them back in the fridge. This is warm. It's not hot. I mean, obviously I can hold it, right? It's not hot, but it is slightly warm. So these are straight out of the fridge. I want these as cold as possible because I'm afraid of this, when I inject it, cooking it slightly internally. So we're gonna inject them, season them up real well, put them back in the fridge for a couple hours, and then we'll grill them, and we'll see if I can show you the results. I know you can't taste it through the camera, but I will. And I'll give you my honest opinion. I'm doing this because I haven't seen anybody do this. I haven't seen anybody try this. I've seen plenty of things where it says, yeah, you can coat beef tallow onto backstrap and it's good. You can wrap it with beef tallow around it and then smoke it, and that's good. But I've not seen anything on injecting it. So we're going to give it a shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to suck up. I know this isn't a lot of beef tallow. I wish I had more. But we're going to do what we can. I need to go down to the store and get a bunch of it. Okay. So that right there is what they call liquid gold. If you ever hear somebody talk about beef tallow, they've probably referred to it as liquid gold a time or two. And it's very good stuff. So we're going to take this one, right? And this is going to be our control, okay? We're not going to mess with that one. And I'm going to remember these from left to right. That's why I kind of chose the one that stands out is going to be my control. So we're going to inject this one just a little bit, not a lot. Ooh. Feel it puff up immediately. Yeah, beef tallow is already kind of making a waxy, you can kind of see that. It makes a little bit of a waxy substance on the outside as soon as it goes in. Alright, so that one was injected a little. I'll take this one right here. This one's a little bit bigger. I'm going to get deeper in it if that helps. Because it seems like it's, oh yeah, it just come out right there at the top. I have a feeling this is probably going to be extremely good. Oh yeah, it's coming out the sides, everywhere. I hope you can see that. Can you see? I hope you can see that. It's coming out. I injected it through the side, and it's coming out the top. And then the cold of the meat is causing this to harden again. Turn back into that white color. But it's coming out everywhere, so that's good. That means it's going in well. And that's what this channel is going to be about. Is we're going to experiment. We're going to do some weird stuff. I mean, this isn't really weird, but we're going to try some odd and end stuff. Some stuff I haven't seen people do before. Some stuff I've thought about doing. Some stuff people have said you can do, but it's not that good. And we're going to try to see if we can make it good. God, that's cool. It's like it's a white little candle wax around it or something like that. My dog really likes this apparently. He thinks it's gonna be good. You think it's gonna be good, babe? Yeah. I said I was worried about it cooking it internally a little bit, but as soon as it goes in, it freezes it. So, and it's kind of making it hard to inject. May have to do one of these warm at some point. All right, we're just gonna load this one. And I know these are little cuts. This was not the biggest deer. He was probably a 2-year-old deer. Some of y'all can knock me for that. I don't really care. Half of this has ended up on my fingers. As soon as you inject it, it runs out. Ooh, did y'all see that? And I'm imagining if you've ever had, see, I make my own grind, right? So like, sometimes I'll take a deer to the processor. Sometimes if I have the time coming up in the next few days, I'll do it myself. But when you grind deer, you use beef fat. And so I imagine the flavor is going to be close to the same. We're going to season these up real quick. And then we're going to put them back in the fridge, let them rest for a good while. Like I said, I've got salmon jerky out there on the smoker right now. And then we're going to do these it's probably going to be a few hours before I can actually get to them, but I just want to make sure I had the prep done with this. And then put them back in the fridge. That way that beef tallow internally, I'm sure it already has, but I want to make sure that it's all one consistent temperature. And not a hot spot in the center now where I've injected that beef tallow and now we just have made the inside hotter without the outside being still cold. So I'm personally on the carnivore diet. I have been on the carnivore diet for 4 months now. I love it. So a big part of this has been me trying to perfect different types of meats. And when you're doing nothing but eating meat, it's kind of easy to figure out what you like personally. And what I like personally on just about everything that I do, as far as beef goes, venison goes, burgers, and pork steaks, is this seasoning right here. Thunder and Longhorn brisket and burger. It's phenomenal. If you've never tried it, you really need to. So we're going to season this on one side. I'm going to stick it in the fridge and let the meat sweat and kind of absorb it. And then I'll flip them over here in a little while off camera and season the other side. We're going to do the exact same. This is the one that is a control. It's not been injected at all. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, until these are just absolutely squirting it out. And I'm gonna lay them out on the smoker the same way, so I know which ones are which the whole way through. So I'm gonna pop these in the fridge. the next time y'all see me, we'll be starting smoking these.
Alright guys, this is the new to me Pit Boss Austin XL. I got it set to 450 degrees right now. This does have a really good searing mode. You can slide this little tray to the side and it has a really good way to sear. But being that I'm not that practiced with it yet, we're not going to do that. Because I don't want to vary anything based off of how I cook these. So we're just going to lay these out, like I said, from left to right. Starting with our control. I don't know how well you can see these, but our control. And then they get more beef tallow as you go. So we're going to lay these on here. We're going to let these cook. And then the next time you see me, we'll be trying them. Probably I'm going to let these go for just a few minutes on each side, probably 2 or 3 minutes on each side, because they're kind of small chunks. But yeah, we'll see you in just a minute.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there we are. So, actually, all this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. So we've got our control right here, and then they progressively work with more beef tallow. I can already tell you, this one compared to the rest of them, I don't know if you can see the difference, but from here on, they start looking way more juicy than these two, and this one just looks kind of dry. They were all cooked to about 140 internal, around that range. They're all a little bit vary in thickness, so around 140 to 145. So we're just gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. We're gonna start with the control. Still a little bit of pink on the inside. That's how I like it. It's very good. It's very, very good. That one's actually done really well. It's not dry, which part of me was kind of hoping it was, because it's gonna make these other ones a lot better. All right, let's continue. A little bit of pink still in it. It's got a different flavor, but there's not that much of a difference, which that one barely got injected. So let's try and keep that in mind. Okay, now I'm seeing a little bit more juice. Now I'm seeing a little bit more wet. It's not that chewy, I'm just trying to enjoy it. That's good. You can tell the difference in that one. That one's good. That's really good. I'm gonna come back for a second bite on that one. So I'm thinking you can over-inject it. Just based off of what I'm tasting right here, you can over-inject it. Ooh, that was good. It makes it go from tasting slightly gamey Venison's always going to have a slightly gamey taste unless you really marinate it, and most of the time I don't do that. You can get rid of it. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me at all. But it's taken out all that gamey flavor. This tastes more like New York strip or ribeye than anything. I mean, it's very good. I'm gonna save these 3 for some buddies of mine. They were wanting to try it. I was talking about doing it. They were wanting to try it. So I'm gonna save these 3 for them, but they really weren't injected any more than the last one. But I will say the second one, I mean, just look at how juicy that one looks. I mean, that one's good. That's the way I like it right there. That was my favorite one. I'm gonna keep on keeping on with it because it is phenomenal. And it seems like, see, like I just cut one side and it looks kind of dry, but this other side that I cut a minute ago is soaking wet. Oh my God, that's good. Look. It's well worth a try. If you're into smoking meats and you have beef fat laying around, or you have beef tallow that you've already done, it's well worth giving this a try. It makes it to where backstrap's something that's a little bit more enjoyable to eat. And backstrap's good. It's just always can be easily dried out. I mean, that one, the control, it's got a great flavor. Backstrap will always have a great flavor, but it usually will dry out. This is kind of helping that, and it kind of gives it a beefy flavor. It gives you a more, what you could go to the grocery store and buy. It's really good. Hey, thank y'all for watching. Click like, subscribe, help us out. We're small, we're starting to grow. I thought this would be something that later on people would look at and go, hey, you know, we were doing kind of cool stuff from the start. We were trying some stuff I haven't seen this done. Give it a try for yourself. Let me know how you like it. Thanks.